Hello, once again. Speaking about corrosion on a battery, I once made a video about it and measuring the resistance of the cables. In this diagram, I think this is a good pictorial diagram of this textbook. Over here, you see the terminals over here. Over here, around where on the post and the clamp where it makes the contact over here, you see this white substance. That white substance is the corrosion that we're talking about. It looks like cocaine or something, I guess. And when that makes contact, that's high resistance. So therefore, this is the part that you have to clean and is most vulnerable. As you can see, removing it, hopefully you could get a good shot at it. See how much corrosion there is on these terminals, on the left and the negative and positive. You can see that. Now, what he uses is usually he takes, like you see, baking soda and water. Usually I just use warm water and I clean around it with a brush, a steel brush, and it does the trick. But anyway, some people do use the baking soda. What I used years ago was Coca-Cola. Also, to clean the fuse panels in those days, where all the fuses are, I used to use Coca-Cola because Coca-Cola has an acid in it that takes away corrosion very, very well. But today, we have such good solutions that we can use, chemicals that we can use instead of it. Why use Coca-Cola? But anyway, this is what a good one looks like. You see how nice and shiny it is? And I made the video about that. I had to clean it and all that. And what I was stressing was, when you put it back, this is the brush that you used in that picture. In the video I used it. What you want to do is to get into here. This is the part that makes the contact when you push it down on the post itself. And we're talking about obviously top posts over here, not the side post. The top posts over here have these kind of cables and clamps. You go inside with it. You clean thoroughly inside because this is what makes contact to it. Number two, there's rust inside. What I showed you in that video was this is the one that makes contact with it. I took an ohm meter and I measured the resistance from here, inside here, to all the way the other side of this clamp of the cable where it makes contact. From here all the way to the other side of it. As much metal that's showing. What that was showing was that if there is no resistance, there is no corrosion, no rust, therefore it is a good connection. Please go to that video and you'll see that video, a couple of them, how to measure resistance across the cables of battery, and also a voltage drop test that you can do with it. But that has to be done with the ignition switch on in the car. Doing a resistance test is easier because you just take out the cables without starting the car. If you're good in resistance, you should be good in no corrosion and no voltage drop across it, as I was explaining in the video before. So please look forward to this on my channel, Joe Electronic Schematics for Auto. Also, another thing, you see how he cleans the post with it? You see, after all this work, see the difference? See how nice and clean it is and shiny it is? That's the way it should be. So now to go to another one that we was talking about. As was asked the question about alternators, the purpose of the diodes. The purpose of the diodes strictly are to change AC to DC. As you can see over here, this is a waveform associated with an AC signal derived from the stator and the rotor of the alternator. It creates an AC. We need obviously DC for the accessories, DC to replenish, to recharge the battery. Anything that goes through a diode is a half-wave rectifier. In other words, positive pulses will go into it will come out of the rectifier, and the negative will be eliminated. It's called forward bias and reverse bias. That I made a video about diodes in the first place over there on the what happens, how you rectify AC to DC. This is the purpose of them in an alternator. So please check out that video. I hope this was useful. Please see my channel, Joe Electronic Schematics for Auto. My other one, Automotive Electronic Schematics for Joseph, which I'm working on right now, trying to get more views for that one. Thank you for monetizing that channel. It meant a lot. I made a great effort, and thanks to the viewers and your support, it was made possible. Thank you.